My beloved child, come closer and listen with your heart, not with the noise of your thoughts, not with the ache of your wounds, but with the quiet place inside you where I still speak even when you feel unheard. I know why this message found you today. I know the heaviness you carry, the questions you keep replaying late at night, the tears you swallow so others won't see how deeply this situation has touched you. You are not imagining this pain, and you are not weak for feeling it. I see you completely. You wonder how love can exist alongside confusion. You wonder how someone can say they care for you, look at you with tenderness, speak words that feel sincere, and yet still be tied to another woman. You ask yourself if you are doing something wrong, if you are not enough, if you should wait longer, love harder, pray more, sacrifice more. My child, hear me clearly now, this is not about your worth. It has never been about your worth. I created you with intention. I formed your heart knowing its depth, its loyalty, its capacity to love beyond logic. I see how you give the benefit of the doubt, how you hold on to hope even when evidence tries to take it from you. I see how you tell yourself, he's confused, he's afraid, he needs time, because admitting the full truth feels too painful. But I love you too much to let you stay lost in half-truths. Yes, he loves you in the way he knows how. His feelings for you are real. The connection you feel is not imagined. But love alone does not rule a person's actions when fear, comfort, history, guilt, and attachment still hold power. Another woman still has influence over him, not because she is greater than you, but because he has not released what binds him. And until he does, his love will always arrive limited, delayed, and divided. I need you to understand this without condemning yourself or him. He is not evil, and you are not foolish. This is the reality of an unhealed heart. A man can feel deeply and still be unable to choose freely. He can care and still remain stuck. He can desire the future and still cling to the past. Emotional bondage is real, and it does not break simply because new love appears. You have felt this tension in your spirit. You have sensed the moments when he pulls close and then suddenly retreats. You have noticed how his words and actions do not always align. You have seen the hesitation when decisions require courage. You have felt the frustration of being almost chosen, almost prioritized, almost claimed. That almost has been exhausting your soul, my child. I did not design you to live in emotional limbo. I did not create you to compete for affection or to wait endlessly while someone decides if they are ready to stand fully with you. Love that comes from me does not keep you guessing about your place. It does not require you to shrink your needs to keep someone comfortable. It does not ask you to accept less while telling yourself it will become more someday. Another woman still has power over him because he has not yet taken responsibility for his own freedom. Sometimes that power is not romance, it is guilt. Sometimes it is fear of hurting someone. Sometimes it is habit, history, or the comfort of the familiar. Sometimes it is the fear of being seen as the bad one for choosing change. And sometimes it is simply the unwillingness to face the discomfort that growth demands. I know this truth hurts. I know part of you wants me to say, just wait a little longer, and everything will resolve itself. But love that delays obedience to truth becomes suffering. Waiting without clarity slowly teaches your heart to accept confusion as normal, and I will not allow that to become your standard. Listen carefully now. You are not called to rescue him. You are not called to prove your value. You are not called to be patient at the cost of your peace. You are called to walk in dignity, truth, and self-respect. When someone truly chooses you, their actions align with their words, not eventually, not someday, but decisively. I see how you keep asking me to change his heart. And yes, I can soften hearts. I can bring conviction. I can open eyes. But I will never override a person's free will. I will never force someone to choose what they are not yet willing to carry. And I will never ask you to pause your life indefinitely waiting for someone else to become ready. This situation is revealing something important, not to punish you, but to protect you. It is showing you the cost of loving someone who is not yet whole. It is teaching you discernment. It is awakening you to the difference between emotional connection and emotional availability. And it is inviting you to trust me more than the promises of someone who is still divided. Do not mistake this season as rejection. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually redirection. Sometimes I allow you to see the truth not to break your heart, but to free it. You deserve a love that stands without hesitation. You deserve to be chosen without conditions. You deserve peace, not constant questioning. I know you fear that letting go means losing everything you hoped for. But hear me, letting go of what is incomplete makes room for what is aligned. Holding on to someone who cannot fully choose you blocks the path of someone who will. And even more importantly, it blocks your ability to fully choose yourself. I am not asking you to become cold. I am not asking you to harden your heart. I am asking you to stop pouring into a place that cannot yet receive you fully. Guard your heart, not by building walls, but by setting boundaries that honor your value. If he is meant to return healed and free, he will do so through clarity and action, not confusion and delay. And if he is not, then trust that I am capable of bringing you a love that does not require you to wait in pain. I am not limited. I am not late. And I am not indifferent to your tears. You are not behind. You are not losing time. You are learning. You are awakening. You are being prepared for a love that meets you where you stand, not one that asks you to stand still. Stay close to me in this moment. Let me comfort you. Let me strengthen your resolve. Let me remind you who you are. You are chosen by me first. You are deeply loved. And you will not always feel this torn. My beloved child, breathe for a moment and stay with me. I know your heart is tired from carrying questions that never seem to get clear answers. I know there are moments you replay conversations in your mind, searching for reassurance, hoping you missed something that would finally make everything make sense. You keep wondering if today will be the day he chooses fully, if this time his words will turn into action. I see that hope, and I see how heavy it has become. Let me tell you something gently but firmly. Hope that is fed by inconsistency slowly turns into self-abandonment. And I never created you to abandon yourself in order to keep someone else close. When love asks you to silence your intuition, to ignore the quiet warnings in your spirit that love is not aligned with me, another woman still has power over him because he has not confronted the parts of himself that are afraid of change. Fear often disguises itself as loyalty, responsibility, or confusion. He may tell himself he is trying to do the right thing, that he doesn't want to hurt anyone, that the timing is not right. But indecision also causes harm, even when it hides behind good intentions. While he delays, you bleed quietly. You have felt moments of guilt for wanting clarity. You have wondered if asking for commitment makes you demanding or impatient. My child, clarity is not cruelty. Wanting to know where you stand is not selfish. A heart that truly values you will not make you feel guilty for asking to be seen and chosen. I see how deeply you love, how you imagine a future, how you picture healing together, growth together, life together. And while that vision is beautiful, it cannot be built on uncertainty. A future requires two people who are both present, both available, both brave enough to let go of what no longer serves them. Right now, he is standing in between, and that in-between place is draining you. Let me speak truth into your spirit now. You cannot heal someone by waiting for them. You cannot inspire courage by sacrificing your peace. Growth happens when a person is willing to face discomfort, not when someone shields them from it. As long as he knows you will remain regardless of his indecision, he has little motivation to change. This does not mean he is using you. It means he is human, conflicted, and unhealed. But compassion does not require self-betrayal. You can understand his struggle without allowing it to define your life. I am inviting you into a season of strength, not bitterness. Strength is choosing honesty over fantasy. Strength is allowing silence where clarity should be. Strength is stepping back and letting someone feel the weight of their choices without rushing in to carry it for them. You are not responsible for fixing this situation. You are responsible for honoring the life I placed within you. Every time you ignore your intuition, you feel a tightening in your chest, a heaviness in your spirit. That is not anxiety without cause, that is your inner knowing calling you back to yourself. I know you fear that stepping back means losing him forever. But ask yourself, my child, what are you truly losing right now? Peace? Stability? Self-respect? Joy? A love that costs you your wholeness is not the love I desire for you. If he is meant to walk beside you, he will find the courage to do so when he feels the absence of your constant availability. And if he does not, then his absence will reveal that you were holding the relationship together alone. You do not need to announce anything dramatically. Sometimes the most powerful statement is quiet alignment. Pull back your emotional energy. Refocus on your growth. Pour into the parts of your life that have been neglected while you waited. Let your life continue moving forward. I am with you in this. I will not let you fall. I will guide you step by step, even when the path feels uncertain. Trust that I am working not just on his heart, but on yours, strengthening it, refining it, teaching it what love should feel like. You are not being punished. You are being protected, my precious child. I know the quiet moments are the hardest, the moments when everything slows down and your thoughts grow loud. This is when doubt creeps in and whispers that maybe you are asking for too much. That maybe you should just endure a little longer, that love always requires suffering. But listen to me now with all the tenderness I have for you. Love that comes from me may require patience, but it never requires you to disappear. You have been shrinking yourself in small ways. You hold back your questions. You soften your expectations. You tell yourself you can manage with less for now. Each compromise feels minor, but together they have been weighing down your spirit. I see how you smile on the outside while inside you feel unsettled, unsure of where you truly stand. This inner conflict is not meant to become your home. Another woman still has power over him because he has not yet closed the door to his past. Open doors create divided hearts. Divided hearts create confusion. And confusion, over time, erodes self-worth. I am revealing this to you not to shame him, but to awaken you. There is a difference between waiting with purpose and waiting in bondage. Purposeful waiting is anchored in clear direction, mutual commitment, and aligned values. Bondage waiting is fueled by fear of loss and the hope that love alone will eventually change what courage has not yet confronted. I do not want you trapped in the second. You keep asking me when things will change. But the deeper question is this: who are you becoming while you wait? Are you becoming more grounded, more confident, more alive? Or are you becoming anxious, insecure, and afraid to speak your truth? The fruit of this season reveals whether it is aligned with me. I am calling you back to your own life. Back to your dreams. Back to your laughter. Back to the version of you that existed before your heart began revolving around someone else's uncertainty. You were whole before him, and you are whole now, even if it does not feel that way. Do not confuse attachment with destiny. Not every strong connection is meant to last. Some come to teach you what you value, what you need, and what you will no longer accept. Some come to expose patterns within you that are ready to be healed. This connection has served its purpose by revealing your capacity for deep love, and also your need for reciprocity. I know you are afraid that choosing yourself will make you lonely. But loneliness is not found in being alone, it is found in being emotionally unseen. And right now, you have been standing in a place where your heart is half met. That kind of loneliness cuts deeper than solitude ever could. I am not telling you what to do with force. I am inviting you to trust the wisdom already rising within you. You already know when something is misaligned. You feel it in your body, in your prayers, in the way your joy has been muted. That knowing is my voice within you. Release the need to control the outcome. Release the urge to wait for perfect timing or perfect words. Alignment does not require explanation. It requires obedience to truth. If he chooses to heal and return, it will not come with excuses. It will come with clarity, accountability, and action. And if he does not, you will look back one day and realize this moment was when you chose yourself and changed the direction of your life. I am proud of you for staying, for loving, for hoping. And I will be just as proud of you for releasing what no longer serves your growth. You are not failing at love. You are learning how to honor it. You are safe with me. You are guided. And you are deeply, endlessly loved. My beloved child, let me speak to the part of you that still hopes for a sign, a sudden change, a moment where everything finally aligns and the waiting makes sense. I know you replay memories where he seemed certain, where his eyes held sincerity, where his words felt like promises. Those moments were real, but they were moments, not foundations. A life cannot be built on brief clarity surrounded by long confusion. You have been living in emotional suspension, always adjusting your expectations to match his readiness. You tell yourself, once this settles, then I'll feel secure. But peace that depends on someone else's decision will always feel fragile. I want you rooted in peace that remains even when others waver. Another woman still has power over him because unresolved attachments do not fade quietly. They demand confrontation. Until he chooses to face that confrontation, his heart will continue to split its energy, and you will continue to feel the absence where commitment should be. This is not a reflection of your lovability, it is a reflection of his avoidance. You may wonder why I allowed you to feel so deeply for someone who could not yet stand fully with you. Sometimes I allow deep connections not to promise permanence, but to awaken dormant parts of you. This love stirred your courage, your vulnerability, your longing for something real. It showed you how deeply you can feel, and now it is teaching you how deeply you must honor yourself. There is grief in letting go of the version of the future you imagined. Do not rush past that grief. Let it move through you. Tears are not weakness, they are release. Each tear carries an attachment leaving your body. Each honest prayer lightens your spirit. I know you still ask me, what if I'm wrong? What if I walk away and miss what was meant for me? My child, what is meant for you will never require you to lose yourself to keep it. Destiny does not hide behind confusion. Love aligned with me does not need constant reassurance to survive. You are being asked to trust my timing more than your fear. Fear tells you to hold on because starting again feels exhausting. Trust tells you that I go before you, preparing what you cannot yet see. You are not starting over, you are moving forward wiser. This season is closing something gently, even if it feels painful. I am loosening your grip not to leave you empty, but to place something truer in your hands. Space is not loss, it is invitation. Stand tall now, even if your voice shakes. Choose alignment over attachment. Choose clarity over comfort. Choose yourself, knowing that when you do, you are choosing me too. I am near you in this moment. I am holding your heart as it learns to release. And I promise you this, the love that is coming will not make you wonder where you stand. My precious child, come rest here with me now. Let your heart settle into stillness. Because this is where truth becomes gentle instead of sharp. You have carried enough questions. You have wrestled enough with what-ifs. Now I want you to feel something deeper than answers. I want you to feel assurance. I know there is a quiet ache in you, the kind that doesn't cry loudly anymore. It has learned to sit silently, to endure, to hope without expectation. I see that ache. I see how tired you are of being strong, of understanding everyone else's pain while setting your own aside. You have been brave for a long time. Let me say this clearly, so it can finally settle in your spirit. You were never meant to fight for a place in someone's life. You were meant to be received, chosen, and protected. Love that is meant for you does not keep you in competition with another woman, another past, another fear. Love that is meant for you stands up and says, "This is where I belong." If he could choose you fully while still holding on to someone else, he already would have. This truth is painful, but it is also freeing. It releases you from the burden of waiting for a version of him that does not yet exist. It releases you from interpreting mixed signals as hidden promises. It releases you from thinking your patience will eventually earn certainty. You did not fail because this did not become what you hoped. You succeeded because you loved sincerely. And sincere love is never wasted, it teaches, refines, and prepares the heart. But now, this lesson has reached its fullness. I want you to understand something important. When you step back, when you choose yourself, when you stop pouring into a divided heart, you are not being unloving. You are being aligned. You are honoring the truth I have been whispering to you all along. There will be moments after this where doubt tries to return. It will ask you if you were too harsh, too quick, too demanding. In those moments, remember how long you stayed. Remember how much you gave. Remember how often you chose understanding over your own comfort. That is not someone who quits easily. That is someone who finally listened to wisdom. You are not closing your heart forever. You are simply closing it to confusion. And that is an act of self-respect. I am preparing you for a love that does not require explanation. A love that introduces you proudly, not privately. A love that does not ask you to wait while it decides. A love that brings peace instead of anxiety. You will feel the difference immediately, because your nervous system will finally rest. Your laughter will return naturally. Your prayers will shift from "please fix this" to "thank you for this." Do not rush into the future. Heal gently. Reclaim yourself slowly. Fall back in love with your life, your routines, your dreams, your own reflection. The more you come home to yourself, the clearer everything becomes. I am not disappointed in you. I am proud of you. Proud of your tenderness. Proud of your endurance. Proud of the moment you chose truth over fear. You are not alone after this. I am closer than ever. And I promise you, this ending is making space for a beginning that will not break your heart. Rest now.